I have made a video on this person already, but they're back. No. This person's a notorious thief. A thief. And they're back. All right, guys. This is the drama. But this VTuber tried scamming artists and then rebranded and then tried scamming artists again. After I made the original video on this VTuber, I was DM'd by people with more information and receipts. I took it, but I chose not to make a part 2 video because I almost never make part 2 videos. Typically, it stirs up more drama. It makes it unnecessary. But they're back again with more alleged scamming behavior. So I'm going to talk about it. So this is the original video in question. This is a video on my channel I made 2 months ago titled "This VTuber Scams Artists by Reselling Models." The TLDR, the original tweet was made by Twitter user Meowrin, where basically there is a Twitter user who goes by the name of Meowzy. And Meowzy will buy VTuber models, resell them. So they will do it for adopts and they will commission VTuber models for really cheap and then resell it. The thing is, and what the general consensus is that Meowzy has really good ideas for VTuber designs, will commission artists for really cheap and then resell it. This is one of the designs, right? This was the snow leopard persona was the most recent one they were reselling as of me filming that video, but they also had other designs that they commissioned and then resold. So there was an artist by the name of Sleepy Ambi who had worked on 2 of their models, and Sleepy Ambi said, "I work on 2 of her models and my mental is still messed up from the stress I've gone through when working with her." So these were the 2 models that Sleepy Ambi made for Meowzy. General thing is Meowzy will try to get as many discounts as possible from the artist. So they were trying to get hella discounts from Ambi and like kind of gaslighting Ambi to be like, "Oh, but you promised it would be cheaper, blah, 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 blah." So originally for the Clover one, they agreed to do an art trade. But yeah, you see here where and by the way, Meowzy goes by like 20 different aliases. So Qme in this conversation is Meowzy. But Meowzy is like, "I wasn't asking for money." And then Ambi was like, "Oh, if you're willing to wait a while for the model, whatever." So they just kind of like, they're kind of like going back and forth about it, about selling a model, this, that, and the third, right? So Ambi worked really hard to make the models, and Meowzy basically gaslit Ambi into taking a much cheaper price for the models. It was really confusing because in the DMs, Meowzy was like, "Oh, you know, you could get it for cheaper if you like keep this other design, blah, blah, blah." Still Meowzy on a different account. This handle was called like C something, right? Just read what they wrote here, right? They wrote, "I'm gonna have to be honest and say that you kind of hurt me a lot and broke my trust when you threatened to take Clover away, a design that Ambi made, not only as an artist, but as my friend, blah, 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 blah. I really cherish you and I would love to work with you. So I want to see if we can work things out." And that they say like, "I've been looking and messaging different artists for rigs." Look at what Meowzy wrote, okay? "After all the misunderstanding, would you be willing to do a model for me of Clover for $800 with rig? It's okay if not, I might just go to somebody else. I can make it $820 or $830. Basically, again, they were hella gaslighting to try to get Ambi to lower their prices. So Ambi's like, "Are you asking me to give a discount?" And then Meowzy's like, "You said you do the model for $800. And then Ambi's like, "Wait, that's not really what I said," you know? So they're going back and forth. But Meowzy is so pushy to try to get the model for super cheap. And then what Meowzy would do is they would turn around and sell the model for a much higher price. And they do that over and over and over and over and over again. Like that is their entire MO. And then I have more stuff about them. It's in my DMs though. Let me find it. Because by the way, even more scamming. Okay, so hold on. Let me get the DMs fully open. I do not like making part 2s, which is why even though this information was brought to me, I chose not to make a part 2. It was not because I didn't care about the person talking about it, but it was because part 2s typically get really messy, so I am always really hesitant to do it. This is another tweet that was made calling out Meowzy, and this was on July 9th, 2024. This was tweeted out by Mikashir, which is also about Meowzy, okay? That same person who's coming back, who's allegedly back on some scamming behavior. Please be careful. Meowzy has recently been reaching out to people to buy characters and charge back one of my friends. She refused to return the Toy House profile until support was able to send the character back by force. She reached out to my friend Mari a couple of days ago and asked to payment plan, which Mari agreed to on the condition that she didn't send the profile until it was paid off. She kept arguing that she was trusting and should be able to use the art before she's paid it off. I don't agree with that at all. You don't get anything until you pay it. Here are the messages. And by the way, the person called Mari in this situation is the person that DM'd me. Here is the conversations, right? "Hello, I'd like to offer on Gwei. I can offer about $1,400 plus $250 on Gwei today and send the $1,250 on the very 1st of August next month. And for the remaining, I don't mind giving you my black and white haired vampire baby by Felix if you want. That's on my page. The only thing is, if you accept, I'd really want her to be transferred to me today so I could start some social media accounts for her and post her art. If that's all right with you, of course. So we'd obviously have to stay in contact. So if you do accept, just tell me your Discord or something and we can keep in touch on. I would really appreciate if you could get back to me today or as soon as possible if that's okay. I'm an upcoming VTuber and I really love to use her for my brands." This is the back and forth. Mari writes, "That's perfect. We can do that. I just won't be sending her until she's fully paid off. It's nothing against you. I'm a little uncomfy having someone use her before she's fully paid." That is completely valid. Mari is completely right for this, by the way. And Mari adds, "I completely understand the excitement. You're free to start posting and such. much. You could do a VTuber reveal that way too. I just won't be sending her until after she's fully paid, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. By the way, upcoming VTuber is a lie because Mousy has having these VTuber aliases, these VTuber characters they've been using for a while now. They've had like 20. Mousy writes, I can make the offer 1,500 plus 250 sent tonight and 1,250 on you. You don't have to worry about me not being able to send the last payment. I never forget, payday is August 1st next month. I'd love to post a few pictures of her and start building her brand. I can get that Mousy is really enthusiastic about getting their hands on this design, but bro, Mari doesn't know you. So the whole trust me bro, I'll pay it doesn't really work if you guys don't know each other. If you guys are good friends, that's different. If an IRL friend of mine wants to like buy my art and they want to use it and they're like, oh, I'll pay you like next month when my paycheck hits, and I know you in person, I would probably be down. But if I've never met you before or talked to you before in my life, I'm not trusting you. I won't be sending any unwatermarked art until it's all paid off, unfortunately, but feel free to start making posts. Mousy says, thank you so much. This made my day. Would I be able to post her art with credit to the artist until she's 100% paid off? Don't worry, I wasn't asking you to transfer her to me. I was just asking if I could use her art with credit and make accounts for her and such to start building my brand as her. Also, do you have PayPal for me to send the 1750? Mousy then sent the money in full, so Mari in turn sent the character profile. She was also planning to compile and send the rest of the art she never uploaded to Toy House. Little did Mari know what was going to happen. Mousy writes, hello, I've paid and sent the full 3,000, the complete and entire amount to your PayPal. Please transfer the character to me and send me any Google Drives with her models and any and all extra art she has or may have as soon as you possibly can. Thank you so very much. I'm really excited. Wait, I'm really confused. I thought you didn't have the $3,000, but now you do? I mean, that's Pog, right? Like if you send the money, if you originally weren't planning to, and then you decided to send the money in full, that's great. So then Mari writes to Mousy, sorry if I'm late, I just woke up. Thank you so much. You don't know how much this means to me. I was panicking full time trying to get my bills sorted. You're doing so much for me. Here's a link to all her files. Oh, please tell me that Mari did not have a bunch of bills on the line that later they got absolutely effed over for because of Mousy. Please tell me that's not what's going to happen. So Mari sends a Google Drive link and they add the only thing it doesn't have right now is the folder full of art I've done for her. I'm about to get up and get ready to go to work, but when I'm home, I'll gather all that art and send it to you. It's a lot of art, but I'll get that to you right when I'm home. Mari adds, there's also a few scab commissions that aren't in the folder now that I'm checking. I'll also send you those when I'm home. I think that link is missing like 2 to 3 scab comms. I do it before I work, but it's going to take like an hour gathering it all. I've done so much art for her. Also, I want to thank you again. You've saved me so much. I feel like the foreshadowing is not looking really good, guys. I'm getting really scared. Mari sounds so grateful. Mika adds, Mari got a chargeback notification. Mousy told her it was all because of her mom, but at this point, everything was so messed up. Mari just wanted the Toy House profile back so she can cut ties. Mousy started offering her other characters to finalize it as a trade rather than a resale. So here you can see money received pending, paying full price for Gwei, $3,000. A chargeback, unauthorized transaction, case status under review. We've received your info. If you receive a chargeback, we'll use this info to work with the buyer's financial institution to get back to you. You may issue a refund to your buyer by July 8th, 2024 at 4:20. And then this is a message that, hey, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Do you have an Instagram or something we can talk on? I was just about to contact you about that. I use my mom's credit card to send the money because she's always okay with these things as long as I pay her back with my own money that I get at the beginning of the month, and she filed it without my permission. I'm so sorry. I begged her not to, and we got into a really bad fight and almost kicked me out, and I've been worrying about this all night. I have a beautiful model that's of equal worth I would like to show you, fully rigged and everything. One of them has like 200 high quality art pieces to compensate for this, and if you will please accept the chargeback, I will pay $1,250 on August 1st. I would be happy to pay another $1,250 on September 1st as well, out of my own money, of course, so there's absolutely no issues. Again, I'm so incredibly sorry about this, and please, if you have an Instagram or something where I can show you the model and keep in touch, this has been incredibly hard on me as well. I feel so awful. I'm so sorry. No matter what, I'll make this right. That is crazy. Here's the thing, right? If we do not know Mousy's history, I would try to err on the benefit of doubt, and maybe this is a really fucked up scenario where Mousy did use their mom's credit card. This is true, and that their mom did get mad at them or whatever, and they're trying to make it right. But Mousy has a history of doing some sort of like sussy, scammy type behavior, gaslighting artists to make art for really cheap to then resell, because they're always desperate for money and need to resell models. They're always needing to part with their model babies, coincidentally, but they have like 20 of the models that they've bought and then resold. So if it wasn't for their history, I would maybe be like, oh my God, this is a really unfortunate scenario for both parties. But because they have a history, I'm not really inclined to believe this is true. The fact that Mousy is trying to trade a VTuber model for this, Mari needed the money to pay bills, bro. Your VTuber model is not going to keep lights on in Mari's house. Your money would, your VTuber model would not. This is so fucked up. And I feel so bad for Mari. I feel so bad. Mari, as far as I know, was not aware of her history. Also, because they're going by a different name. Like, Mousy has 20,000 aliases. They have gone by at least 3 different names. They've gone by Mousy. They've gone by, it's like Succubus. They've gone by this handle Love Sucker. They go by so many different names that it's not Mari's fault they didn't know, right? Because they have so many different aliases, brands, VTuber models they act as, right? That it gets really confusing. They try to cover their trace or their footprints with other models. But this is so screwed up. And here's the thing. This is so irresponsible in my opinion. If you wanted a VTuber model so badly, just wait until August 1st to where you get your paycheck and then pay it all lump sum. If it's true they use their mom's credit card, that's so irresponsible, bro. That is so irresponsible. That's like in the same level as Roblox kids stealing their parents' credit card to buy Robux. You're not gonna die without a VTuber model. You can just wait a couple weeks to get your new paycheck that hits August 1st and then pay Mari on that day. Yeah, it's so sad because Mari genuinely seems so kind and so genuine. Like, why couldn't you just wait like 2 weeks for your second paycheck? Why do you need the VTuber model right this instant? And okay, the thing is, for Mousy, they have a history of doing this. They will guilt trip you by seeming super nice and excited. They will always say in their past DMs, you can see my other video on them to see how they talk. They always hit you with the, I'm so excited to use your model. I just really want to stream with this model right now. Can you make the art for me really fast? So there was a situation where they were demanding the artist to make the model like really quickly because they were like, I'm so excited. Please send me all these updates because I'm so excited. Like, they use their excitement to try to get away with things. And like, I get it. You're probably really excited. That's true. But don't use your excitement. Finesse more stuff out of people. So Mika adds, Mari didn't want another character though. She wanted Gui back and Mousy refused to send it back with guilt-tripping lies and offer more characters. Here are some screenshots of what she was saying. At this point, Mari contacted Toy House support in hopes of getting the character back by force. So here are the DMs. You notice the name Gui? Notice that Mousy has once again rebranded. That was what happened with one of the artists that Mousy worked with. Mousy kept demanding art. Mousy was like, can you give me updates? Can you give me work in progresses? I really want to post the photos right now. You're already demanding your artist to make a VTuber model that takes months. And Ambi did it in 1 week for you because you demanded it so much. And then on top of that, you were demanding extra photos, art, what? Be fucking for real, bro. Notice again how Mousy rebranded to this new alias Gui. And Mousy writes, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to put pressure on you, but I'm very anxious about the situation. Do you mind deciding now if you can? Oh, actually, I'll wait for you to decide. Could you tell me about Gui's lore? What she is, what she did and stuff. I've been meaning to ask you since I got her. You can sum it up in just a few sentences if that be easier on you. I've been hesitant to make my social media bios or even post on any because I want to do an introduction post. By the way, no way Mousy is like trying to ask for lore when there's a $3,000 chargeback on the line. I don't know. I'm not a VTuber, right? But if it were me and I paid an artist $3,000 for their a VTuber design they made with all of their artwork, and then all of a sudden from some scenario that was out of my control, that $3,000 was charged back, dude, I would instantly like stop using the model. I wouldn't ask for any of this stuff. I'll be like, I'm so sorry. Let me help you sort out the money real quick. Like, that's the most important thing. Your model can wait. You with your VTuber debut as this next character you're gonna do can wait. Mari is now out $3,000, bro, because of you. It allegedly may not directly be you. It allegedly could be your mom, but somehow, some way on your end, Mari is now down 3K and you're asking for the lore. This is insane, bro. So Mari is like, oh, no worries. Sorry for my late response. You know why, LOL. But my ideal scenario is to get her back on Toy House until the chargeback is cleared, until she's paid for. You haven't paid for her, so you don't own her yet. So just for ownership log's sake, it put my mind a little at ease. I feel uncomfy doing anything else right now, unfortunately. And Mousy's like, I'm sorry, but I'm uncomfortable with that. Wait. What do you mean you're uncomfortable? You are the one who owes Mari $3,000, by the way. But you're uncomfortable that Mari is not telling you the lore for this character you have not paid for? I try to be as unbiased as I can when I do these types of reporting, but this is making me so heated because what in the audacity is this? Did Mari lose $3,000 from chargeback? So TLDR, if you guys have been, only tuning in with one ear, okay? Mousy, now known as Gui, Mousy has a history of like kind of suspiciously scammy behavior, okay? Had a VTuber model with all this art that was made, they were selling. The model is called Gui. Mousy was like, oh my God, I love it. Can I buy it? I'll pay you half now and half in August. Mousy was like, wait, JK, I can pay you in full. So it's $3,000 in full. So they paid the $3,000. And then Mari sent the artwork. Mari sent the Toy House. They were like, here's all the stuff. And then Mousy charged it back. So now at this point of the story, Mousy charged it back. So Mari is now negative $3,000. Mousy is still trying to use the model, trying to ask for more information like lore and stuff when there is a chargeback on their end. So now Mousy then follows up with writing, you still have things I haven't received, and I think it's fair if you just wait to give me that until she's paid for. It's not my fault my mom did the chargeback. I begged her not to, but I am getting about $1,200 to maybe $1,400 in a few days, and that will go straight to you. This is like ludicrous to me. I'm sorry. No way. This is giving child. to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my fault my mom did the chargeback. It's not my fault my mom didn't give me Robux. I'm just saying, using your mom's credit card to spend on $3,000 for a VTuber model is insane. Even if your mom normally was okay with it, I would be like, how rich is your family? That's what I'm wondering. Like, how rich is your mom to be okay with you like casually swiping it for $3,000, even if you intend to pay your mom back? Again, this is what I don't get, because the whole situation with Mousy, right? It always sounds like this. It always is, I promise I will have the money, but I want it right now. So give it to me right now, I'll pay you later. And then when they can't pay, oh, but I have these other characters you can have as like supplement payment. That is how it's always gone. They have a history of entitlement. They feel so entitled to get the model right then and there. I promise I can pay it, but like, doesn't matter how much promising you do. All Mari wants is the fucking money, and you didn't come up with the money because you charged it back. You or your mom. So more DMs. Oh my god. Okay, so here's the longer screenshot. Oh my god. So Mousy adds, I'm sorry, but Gwei is literally the only thing I have right now that makes me happy. I don't want to go into any dark details, but I just think it would be really kind of you to let me use her until she's paid off. I can see if I can give you a bit of money tonight, but it won't be a huge amount, I don't think. My air conditioning broke, so my mom is trying to take care of that, and she said she would talk to me about it afterwards tonight. The gaslighting? I'm so sorry if you're going through dark times, but how is that Mari's problem? Mari is down $3,000 that they were going to use to pay their bills, their rent, to keep the lights on in their house. What about the lights in Mari's house? You know, like, no empathy for that. No, I'm so sorry. I do not know their ages. Here's the thing, by the way. Mousy has done this before. Mousy would leverage being in a dark place and the VTuber model being the only thing that makes them happy to try to like get more stuff out of it. I would feel bad for them if it wasn't their MO and if it wasn't something they've done before. So Mari writes, I'm sorry. I'm uncomfortable with much else at this point. Please don't send me money right now. I'd rather just get her back until the chargeback is over with. Do you see how over and over again Mari keeps asking to get the toy house back and Mousy just refuses to give it? Just straight up refuses it. It's free to send the toy house back, by the way. Just saying. Mari continues, you haven't paid me, so I'm just uncomfy with you saying you 100% own her and have her toy house profile despite you not owning her. Please don't send the money yet. I'd rather have her back first. It's not my fault your mom did the chargeback either. Completely true. I'm sorry, but your unwillingness to send her back is a little strange to me because you don't own her. That is what's strange to me too. You didn't pay for her, so why do you insist on keeping her? Mousy says the bank is saying you still have the money and you need to refund it. Wait, what? Banks can't just go in and take the money out of your account. I'm not being strange. I told you how important this character is to me and how bad my life is going right now. And it's the only thing that comforts me. And you agreed that everything was completely fine as long as I pay in August, September, and October. No! Mari never agreed to that. Mari never agreed. What type of gaslight? Where did October come from? Where did October come from? You said August, September. You said August at first. August 1st, I could pay you the second half. Mari said, no, please give me all the money. You were like, oh, I can pay in full. And then Mari said, cool. And you paid in full. And then you charged it back. And then you were like, I promise I can pay you in August and September. And Mari said, no, please give me the character back. And you said, I'm not gonna give it. I can pay you August, September, now October. This is insane to me. Mari never agreed to that. Maybe there's some DMs we don't see, but for everything that I've seen in these screenshots, Mari never agreed to August, September, October. Mari said, please give me all of the money. Mari said August 1st is fine, but that Mari wouldn't send the art until all the money was received. Payment plan for August, September, October was never in your conversation with Mari. That never happened. Anyways, Mousy says, I promise and promise I'm gonna do. Your promises, nothing. I sound so heartless right now, but it means nothing because you promised you were going to pay and you haven't. There's a chargeback now. Even if Mari trusted you in the beginning, which Mari did not, completely valid to do so, there's no way Mari would trust you now that Mari is down $3,000 and you wouldn't give the toy house back in good faith. Anyways, Mousy continues, in a couple days, I'm gonna have 180 and I will send that to you as well. I also have 2 more models that are extremely beloved to me if you wanna look at them. One costed me 5K, the other 3K. The 3K one isn't rigged yet. This is a history that Mousy has. Stop offering VTuber models to people that don't want VTuber models. Mari never said, hey, I will take a look at any VTuber models you have as a trade. Mari said, please give me the $3,000 or give me my toy house back. Like, this is Mousy's MO. Like, I'm getting more and more mad as I'm reading this. And again, normally I try to be objective, but I can't because Mousy has a history of doing this. So Mika continues, she kept offering characters, but Mari didn't want them. Duh. Mari concluded messaging her with saying she won't be messaging her anymore. Mousy responded saying she'll just message her when the money is sent, still refusing to send back the character. Mousy writes, I also have another model that's my absolute favorite model that I was never going to get rid of or offer, but if you want her and if this will fix the whole thing, I will give her to you. She's a decent amount of high quality art, not like hundreds though, a very high quality rigged model with a lot of toggles and some animations, including a glow in the dark toggle. toggle and an ahagao animation dance and more. She also has another model that's unrigged. She is very sought out for in the VTuber community, but I will give her to you in exchange for Gui. That is not going to keep the lights on in the house. Mari has bills to pay. This model will not pay the bills. Your $3,000 would have if you gave it. This isn't even the most recent drama, by the way. So the last two pictures are her rigged model, and the third to the last picture is her unrigged model, and the rest is some of her art and her mascot. So yeah, this is the like kind of like a zombie sea, was it like sea succubus? Or it's like an anglerfish, I think, right? Mari keeps standing their ground over and over again, which I appreciate, but Mowsy is just not listening. Mari is like, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm sorry, but after all of this, I'm really not comfortable with you keeping her toy house and claiming you own her 100% until she's all paid off. I haven't gotten anything because of the chargeback, and I won't see anything until it settles. I haven't gotten a cent. So this is all very uncomfortable to me to have her during this. I won't be responding to you until you send her back, and I won't be looking at any more character offers. I'm really sorry. I hope you have a nice night. Mari is being so nice to you. Not that I'm really sorry. I hope you have a nice night. Mari did nothing wrong. Literally nothing wrong. I would have been a lot more harsh. I'm gonna be real. Here's Mowsy, literally not listening to anything. Like, I genuinely wonder what world this person lives in to be so delulu. Okay, this is the last model I was gonna offer. After Mari said, please don't send me any more character offers, Mowsy sends another one. Here is Mowsy's more messages. Oh my god. Mowsy writes, you originally agreed that I could keep her until she was paid off several times in the Toy House DMs, and I don't quite understand why you went back on your word and are trying to make me out to seem like a bad person when I did not cause this incident. It has taken a huge impact on my life as well. I'll be sending you $1,500 in about 10 business days or less. That's half of the entire amount. I will continue to try to make some extra money to add to the next payment before August 1st, which is when you will receive $1,250. So hopefully and most likely she may be paid off by then. I am almost confident that she'll be paid off by August 1st, since all I have to gather would be $250 and she'd be entirely paid for. I will not be sending her toy house back since I do not feel comfortable doing that. No way! Especially since you went back on your word and were being disrespectful towards me. Not Mowsy out here trying to flip the script on Mari. Being like, how is Mari disrespectful for wanting the toy house back because you charged it back? Again, I'm very sorry for this whole money situation. I understand we are both extremely stressed out from it as it's causing problems for both of our lives. You clearly don't understand. You only care about yourself. That's what I've been reading this whole time. But I promised to make it right, and I meant that wholeheartedly. So I'm fixing this incident even quicker than we had originally expected. I hope you also understand my decision to remove you from my Discord, as I only speak to close IRL friends out here. No way! You owe her $3,000, my guy! It has absolutely nothing personal, I promise. I hold absolutely no grudges against you at all, and I hope you feel the same for me. I'll be pissed at whomever owes me $3,000, bro. If you owe me $3K, I'm going to be mad at you until you give me the $3K. Mowsy continues, I will reach out to you on Toy House within 10 business days to let you know I made the first payment, and again on August 1st when she's fully paid off. I hope you have a wonderful night, and once again, I'm truly sorry. I have a feeling you're worried you won't receive the payment, but you literally have no need to worry about that. I do not understand Mowsy's insistence. Trust me, bro, you have no need to worry. If Mari truly had no need to worry, you would give back the toy house until the money is sorted. You're not gonna die because you don't have access to a toy house you don't even own. Mowsy continues, and I can also promise you that all of the money will be coming out of my own income. Wasn't it supposed to come out of your own income? I'm just getting heated because of the audacity. What do you mean my own income? Weren't you supposed to pay with your own money? You said you were gonna pay with your own money. So why are you making it a big deal that you're paying for it with your own money? Or were you intending to use your mom's money and then your mom found out and got mad at you? Make it make sense. So there will be absolutely no issues. I personally don't even know how to file a chargeback in the first place, LOL. That is also the weakest defense I've ever heard in my entire life, by the way. It's impossible to prove a negative, so that's not proving anything. But Mowsy continues, after she's fully paid for by me, please send the rest of the remaining artwork and such of Gui through Toy House once I notify you through there that I fully paid her off, which again, I am confident that will be on August 1st. Thank you so very much, and again, have a great night. All she needed to do was make one phone call, talk to her mom, whatever, or give the stupid toy house back. Mika writes, who's to say she won't charge back again? She did it once already. She could do it again. Meanwhile, she made a Toy House account for the new character and a Twitter for her, even though she hasn't paid a dime to Mari. This is the Discord, Guebe, and then this is the... Oh, so the Toy House has now been closed. So Mika adds, Toy House's support has given Mari back the character and closed 2 of Mowsy's accounts for attempting the scam. She is trying to send money again, but Mari is refusing to take it, blocking every account she used to do it. So refund sent. Yeah, so Mowsy did eventually give the 3K, but Mari contacted Toy House support, got the character back, and then does not want to keep the money. Like, does not want to take Mowsy's money. I'm sorry, it's so confusing because the names are really similar. Mari does not want Mowsy to have Gui. Mari contacted Toy House support, got Gui's Toy House, and then Mowsy tried sending the 3K, but Mari sent that 3K back. I'm not taking your money anymore. I'm gonna keep Gui, you keep your money, and we're gonna keep it like this. You're not gonna have her. Mika adds, please y'all be careful of her. After 4 whole months of silence, she couldn't help but pop back up and try to scam people again. Beware of any accounts invited by Mousy's main profile, Mousy, and beware of her Twitter accounts as well. What is this character? Kendo Kumo and Mousy are the accounts we know about at the moment. If you're in contact with her about selling your character, beware of chargeback. This is about the lowest she's gone so far, so please do little research anytime you sell a character. This is the only profiles for Gwei going forward. And here we have a tweet from Gwei TV stating, "Hello, just letting everyone know if somebody goes by my name Gwei or uses Gwei to stream, that's not me. I attempted to sell her design, but the person is doing a chargeback. If they take it back, I'll delete this post. If they go through with it, I'll make a call out." Mika adds, "Right, just about to send her back. By the way, Toy House sent the character back to her before banning you, so no losses on our end." So here's Candle, or I guess another one of Mousy's accounts. "Hi Ollie," writing, "Well, at Gwei TV got both my Toy Houses banned. She kind of effed herself over by doing that since a Toy House for Gwei no longer exists because of that. I was about to transfer Gwei back." Absolute lie. I do not believe for 1 second Mousy had any inkling of trying to transfer Gwei back. Mari had asked for Gwei back over and over and over and over again. Mari asked for it so many times back and you never gave it back. 10 different chances prior to this to give it back. So what do you mean I was about to transfer Gwei back? If you were about to, if you had any intention of transferring Gwei back, you would have done it 10 asks ago. But by the way, guys, that is not the end of it. I have actual DMs with the person that was involved with Mari. So let me pull these up because it makes it so much worse once you have the screenshots. Let me make sure I get these in order. Here are my DMs with Mari about this whole situation. This is what Mari sent me. This makes it even more fucked up, okay? So Mari said, "It was a terrible situation. I'm still out like 3K because of the chargeback. The reason I was selling that VTuber was because I needed to pay for some hospital bills, quite a bit racking up. So it's just a mess. But I'm happy you're calling attention to Mousy's behavior. It sent me through a lot of stress. When she says I went back on my word, I always told her I was uncomfortable with her using her before she was fully paid off." That is what I got from the messages too. When you look at the screenshots, the messages, Mari always said, "I was uncomfortable with you using her until you paid her off." Mari always said that. In my opinion, she just got impatient and always knew she'd charge back. She just wanted all the art for the character right then and there. I said I'd be okay with it only if she sent back the Toy House profile until she was all paid for. She didn't and continued to use her, make a Discord and Twitter for her and such, and it was just so stressful. She kept trying to guilt trip me and said on her profile she 100% owned the character when she didn't own her at all since she charged back and didn't pay me a cent. So we have these DMs. I am actually missing one screenshot and I didn't realize until now, so I am missing the second screen. So we are missing a little bit of context here. The thread reads, and this is all written by Mousy. Not really, unfortunately. My life is actually falling apart IRL. My mom lost her job simply because one of the higher ups had it out for her. She was the best at what she did, and then they let her go with absolutely no proof of reason or anything. We were gonna sue, but decided not to. And now my mom is extremely depressed and angry at everything, and she's taking it out on me, and my older sister is trying to pay all of her bills, and I don't know if she can for much longer. So we might end up going homeless. Just everyone in my family is, and then I don't have the full screenshot of that, something. The middle section reads, I get a decent amount of income every month, so my mom is usually okay with me spending money on her credit card as long as I pay her back. And when I let her know and I told her I was gonna pay her back, she flipped and something. The next screenshot I have says paid for willingly, and she tried to call the cops on me while I sobbed and begged her not to, and then she tried to kick me out, and then she got my sister involved who threatened to hurt me and call the cops as well. And then after my mom filed the chargebacks, my sister turned my data off so I could only use Wi-Fi, so I can't call anyone in case of an emergency. And then I profusely apologized to the person I bought the OC from. We were talking on Toy House inbox messages, and she was being really sweet and said it was totally fine if I kept the character because she wanted me to do a payment plan to pay her back with my own money. And I said, absolutely, we can do that. I am so sorry that your mom is threatening to kick you out and you guys might go homeless, but that is not what Mari said. I'm just gonna backtrack for 1 second. I do not think it's okay for people to like attack you or threaten to kick you out, or your family members threatening to hurt you. I also will say your mom was probably upset that you spent $3,000 on a virtual character on her card. Your mom lost her job and your sister is the sole breadwinner for your family now. I don't think that justifies threatening harm on you whatsoever, but I will have to say probably why your family was upset. The story could also be fake. That is very true too. But if this story is true, I am again saying it is not okay for anybody to threaten harm on anybody else, but I am not surprised that your family is upset that a $3,000 charge on their card showed up for a virtual character when they're struggling to pay the bills. It doesn't make it right, but I'm just saying that's probably why they were upset. Again, here Mousy says, oh, that artist agreed for a payment plan. Mari, the artist, never agreed. So Mousy continues, I said absolutely we can do that, especially because she still had a bunch of art and such of the character she hadn't given me yet. She pretty much said in her own words that, quote, I can use her until she's paid off, end quote. And then a little while later, she started acting a little strange and asking for me to transfer the character back to her until it was paid off, even though she had agreed for me to use her. And I asked her if I could keep the character's toy house because I was worried this would happen. I was worried that either once I paid her, she wouldn't give me the character back to me, or she'd refuse the money, which she did literally an hour ago. And apparently my gut feeling was right because she's like besties with Mika, and now they're both spreading absurd, twisted, delusional lies about me about this. And they literally got both my toy house accounts banned, so I can't show the messages as proof. Also, when I asked to keep the toy house of the character, she said that she wanted to trade characters instead because something about her VTuber rig or something. Mari never asked to trade characters. Insane to me, because it sounds like Mousy is conversing with like a third entity. Like Mousy is on some next level Delulu, because the entire story that Mousy believes to be true, we have seen anyway. I will also acknowledge there could be missing DMs, there could be missing screenshots, but from what we have seen, there was no scenario where Mari agreed to a payment plan. There was also no scenario to where Mari agreed for a VTuber trade. Neither of these ever happened in the DMs that we saw. So I don't know where the proof is, but we haven't seen it. Mari continues, so she asked for my Discord, and so we talked on Discord. You asked for her Discord that I only used to talk to IRL friends, so I was a little uncomfy doing that in the first place. And I showed her literally all of my precious models that I would never want to sell. Like, I'd rather sell my soul than sell or trade these models. And I offered her them only because I really, really, really loved the character I was buying. I loved it for a long time. Then when I showed her the model, she eventually started flipping out on me, telling me to stop showing her models and characters to offer her. That was on Discord, even though she said she wanted to see them and that she would probably take one instead of the money. That was in a Toy House message. And then on Discord, she kept refusing everything I offered her. I even offered to send her money right then because I begged my mom if there was anything I could give, and my mom said that she'd give me back some money and that I could pay her $1,500, half the price of the model, in a few days when the chargeback money came back. But she said I could give her like $180 now, and I tried explaining to her I would pay half in a few days as well and the rest on the 1st of August, which was a much faster payment plan they originally agreed to. She claims that I was saying I owned her 100% just because she saw that in my Discord bio, which I had out the day, blah, blah, blah. Mousy is extremely delulu. She said I could give her like 180. You were the one who said that. Everything in this conversation that Mousy said Mari said was stuff that Mousy said. Like, Mousy is spinning so many webs of lies that Mousy is believing their own lies at this point. Warren, actually, she literally has like a little mouse in her shoulder being like, but this is what it said, this is what happened, but when it never happened like that. That is insane. We have another thread, by the way. Hold on, let me open these. Mari sent me also another thread that Mousy made that Mousy then deleted because Mousy got clowned on. I'm gonna be real, that's why they deleted it, okay? So these are the screenshots from Mari. Mousy wrote, I want to answer this in a post. My mom did the chargeback, but the rest of this comment is 100% right. I should have asked. I shouldn't have done it. All I will say, because I don't like speaking on my mental health, is that I was really, really not in the right mind state. This is replying to a screenshot which says, I'm the last person talking about money, but you charged back $3K and wanted to keep a VTuber that wasn't technically paid for anymore. Why buy something you can't afford, and why not ask your mom? So Mousy writes, before I start getting scolded about that now, when nobody has absolutely any business doing so, as I said before in the blue text that you all didn't believe, I obviously learned my lesson. People have a fair right to scold you. I don't get the whole, oh, like, why is everyone being mean to me? You don't have a right to scold me. You owe Mari $3,000. Like, Mari was out $3,000 because of you. $3,000 of somebody was on the line due to your fault. You or your family. The whole argument Mousy makes is they're arguing it's not my fault because my mom charged it back. My argument is it is your fault because you should have never put it on your mom's card in the first place. I'm gonna be real. Even if your mom was okay with you swiping her card for this, that, and the third, $3,000 is a lot of money to be swiping on somebody's card. A card that is not yours. Regardless of whether it's your mom or not, unless your mom is filthy rich, I don't think she would be okay with a random $3,000 charge on it. Promise to pay it back. I am also confused, Rai, as to whether Mousy works or not. So the thread continues. Mousy writes, I can't take it anymore. I'm sorry for everything. I haven't lied once. I could prove you have, but I have made many mistakes, and for that, I'm so sorry. This community used to be the only place where I actually had friends that cared about me, and I was actually happy. All of these mean threats and this whole hate war is heart-wrenching. I'm sorry, everyone, for every mistake I've ever made. I don't expect to be forgiven by anyone. I just can't pretend that this isn't hurting me so bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to use that voice. I hate it when people use this type of guilt-tripping language. Of course, Mousy probably feels bad. I am not stating that Mousy doesn't feel bad. Mousy probably feels really bad, but that doesn't doesn't change the fact that one, you have done fucked up shit to artists in the past, guilt tripping them to take a much lower rate, then turned around and resold their art, demanded so much out of artists that you've worked with. Here's another artist that you have then allegedly, whether it's your fault or not, scammed $3,000 out of, and then refused to give the toy house back. These are not mistakes when it happens this frequently. Okay, this was all in 1 year, by the way. I believe these people love drama too. Right? Damn, the world is so cruel. Why is there consequences over my actions? Yeah, exactly. Like, Mousy has been called out so many times. I have a lot of issues with my mental and medical health that cause me to have really severe memory problems. I never ever would purposely scam someone or disrespect any artist. I respect artists with my entire soul and being. I'm sorry if any artist felt disrespected. The thing is, you have been called out before and you haven't learned. Even if you pull the ignorance card and you're like, I didn't know I was scamming, you have been called out before. I honestly have no idea where that rumor came from. I never had any issues with any artist before these public rumors started a while ago. I'm always a repeating client. Every artist I've worked with has always said they've loved working with me and got excited when I came back to commission them. Some would give discounts when they didn't need to because of how much I've repeatedly commissioned them. I'm so incredibly sorry for anything and everything I've ever done. Is that true, or is it because you bullied them into giving you discounts? I am all ears. I'm just saying, right? If an artist has had a really positive experience with Mousy and has willingly given discounts because you genuinely like them, I would love to hear it. I'm all ears. I truly am. All I've heard so far is artists and their poor experiences with you. Artists saying that you bullied them into giving them a lower rate and gaslit them into giving you a lower rate. And then you turned around and resold the model for a higher price. Yeah, that could be true as well, right? It's come to the point where I'm afraid to tell my truths because I'm well known for being hated. Everyone's just going to follow along and deem me a liar when it's not me who's twisting things or even lying. So did every single person that has talked about you, did all of them lie? Does everybody have like an absolute hate campaign against you? They all woke up, made a hate Discord, was like, we hate Mousy, and then got together and made fake screenshots. Are you the problem, right? You know, they always say, if a person says, oh, all my exes are crazy and psycho, it's probably you that's the problem and not your exes. Your exes are probably normal and you probably made them do a little crazy behavior because you were instigating. I never believe it when a guy says, all my exes are crazy. It's always the guy that's the problem. Like, genuinely. I'm just saying, like, if it stinks everywhere you go, you should check under your shoe. Mousy says, I've been sitting in my room since this morning, crying and hyperventilating on and off because I just want a chance to restart, a chance at forgiveness, but there will always be a certain group of people who will want to do everything in their power to destroy me and to make my life miserable. Don't you get it? Did you read the screenshots of me explaining just a tiny bit of what's going on in my real life? Can you stop for a moment and put the drama and your hateful opinions you have about me aside and think about what you're doing to me? This is all my exes cheated on me. What'd that mean? People like cheating. I'm sorry. That's kind of sad. It's okay. A fair amount of my exes cheated on me too. Happens. Like, okay, this is really giving me like narcissist behavior. You know, it's like, woe is me. Like, it sucks for me. Da, da, da. I do agree. They're probably sad and they probably have cried about this scenario, but you also started this too. Like, if you just did not charge back, then we wouldn't have this problem. This just hurts me. All of this hurts me. I've made a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. Maybe you should learn from them. But it's always the same underlying issues. It's always me forgetting something, like a price of something. I'm so sorry that I'm such an F up, okay? I'm sorry. Here's the thing too. I think the other reason why Mousy forgets so much about the VTubers is because they're always commissioning so many VTubers at once. Most VTubers typically don't do that. They typically don't commission like 5 models at once, but Mousy will do that. And then I do believe that could be why they're getting really mixed up. But also, maybe you just shouldn't do that, you know? And then you wouldn't be all mixed up like this. But that also doesn't change the fact that, you know, your mom or you charge back $3,000 to an artist and then you refuse to give the art back. That's not confusing the prices. That is you being narcissistic and like being entitled to artwork that you didn't pay for. Or let me rephrase, being entitled to artwork when the artist never received a cent from you. Mousy continues, it's always me forgetting something and someone points it out, twists it, makes it a much more gigantic problem. $3,000 is a pretty big problem, I'm gonna be real. Then it is, and then suddenly it means I do it on purpose and I'm a monster. I have very severe short and long-term memory loss and it only gets worse and worse. I'm also gonna be real. Okay, maybe I sound heartless, right? But if you have such huge memory problems, maybe you should stop dabbling in such large amounts of money that are exchanged between you and another person when the other person, their income is on the line. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's an excuse. Well, you are trying to use it as an excuse, but I digress. But I don't even remember my age sometimes. I forget important people's names, ages. I have no memory of my past unless I have a flashback. There's been instances where I forget what year it is or even who I am. am. I have a few severe neurological disorders and issues that affect me really badly. Yes, I see a neurologist. Usually they're extremely busy and booked until the end of the year, but because of my worsening epilepsy and memory loss, they scheduled me an urgent appointment. I'm really trying, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm not this horrible, vicious monster you all make me out to be. I'm literally just a disabled, severely depressed and anxious girl who has no friends or any support system, who can't even leave her home. I know you're all gonna say I'm lying or this is all for pity, but it's not at all. This community means so much to me. It's the one thing that actually makes me happy. Every effing day and night, all I do is lock myself in my room, listen to music and cry. I don't have anyone. I don't have anything. I have a serious issue with my immunity. I can only leave the house for doctor's appointments, which is a lot of them are video chats anyways because I have PTSD from being in cars. I'm so sorry for being me. I'm sorry for effing everything up and making you all think I'm terrible. I don't want that. Please stop this hate. Please offer me another chance. The thing is, I feel like people have. I would never lie about any of this, and I don't want anyone's pity or for anyone to be sorry for me. That's the last thing I want as well. I feel like this whole thread is you wanting people to be sorry for you, but I digress. That's the last thing I want as well. I just want forgiveness and just a little bit of understanding. Even if you don't, it would mean so much if you all just tried a little bit. I'm not a liar or a monster. I don't even know how to do a chargeback. My mom called the bank to do it, and I have so much anxiety that I can't even pick up the phone when my sister calls. I don't want to cry anymore. I want this community to be safe for me again. I've had nightmares about some of the things people have said to me before. I just wish I could show you a glimpse of my life to prove to you I'm not who you make me out to be. Please give me some patience and a chance. I have nothing but absolute respect and love for this community. For months, I scroll on my For You page wanting to comment and like on the beautiful art and designs I see, but I know I'm not wanted. The same goes for commissioning literally anyone. I miss my community. I mean, yeah, I can feel bad for you wanting to be part of this community that isn't welcoming you anymore, but I'm gonna be honest, like the reason why this community, a lot of the people in the community doesn't welcome you is due to your own actions. So I again can't feel too bad because it's always a, oh, woe is me, the consequences of my own actions. Oh, boo. The thing is, I would feel bad if it was like maybe a one-time misunderstanding, but it's not. It's not a one-time thing, which is why I can't feel bad anymore. Here is what Mari had to say. Mari added, I found it odd that she says she misses her community, but refuses to take accountability for her actions, makes excuses, and is the reason she's not welcomed by the community anymore. All she could have done is say, I'm so sorry, it was my bad. I should have given the toy house back and I did not because I was greedy. I will give it back. Please just take accountability, but she did not. Look at this, guys. Oh my god. So remember Mika? Another tweet by Mika, okay? Mika writing, she decided to copy Clover / Charmy. We really can't catch a break. Here is this new design. Here is Clover. So if you guys are missing the lore about Clover, you can watch my original video about this. Let me try to grab the screenshots for you guys. This was a tweet that was made by Sleepy Ambi, who had designed Clover. So Ambi writes, here we had done a character trait to which I made her a custom character called Clover and a free logo. Proof of our agreement, to which she ended up taking back after I finished making her design. So they agreed to do an art trade. Ambi made Mousy Clover, and then Mousy basically bullied Ambi into making Clover into a VTuber model for $800, which was much lower than what Ambi wanted to give it for. Ambi agreed, and then Mousy bullied Ambi into making the VTuber fast. Like they were like, oh, I want it as fast as possible, blah, 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 blah. Ambi made the VTuber for Clover in 1 week because Mousy was pressuring them so much. So that is the lore behind Clover. And then after all this stuff came out with Mousy, Mika and Ambi took back Clover. So Mika and Ambi now co-own Clover. So that's the lore behind that. But here is this new design that Mousy came up with. Let's do a side by side, guys. Hey guys, aren't they looking kind of similar? Like it's not the same, but it's looking really similar, you know, down to the tail, pastel shades of the rainbows. Nobody owns pastel rainbows, but guys, look how similar it is. The same shade of green hair, the same like fluffy clouds on the bottom of the skirts, little wings, the stars. Like the vibe is looking really similar. And by the way, this original design is not even Mousy's. This original design was made by Ambi. By the way, again, hold on, let me find some more tweets. Take a note of this. Mousy made a tweet. I'd give at Mika Dearest any 2 of my models in exchange for Charmy back. Maybe even 3. I don't know what's with Mousy and thinking VTuber models are currency. Like they keep using them as bargaining chips to try to get things and like get out of money they owe people. Dude, it's not the same thing. VTuber models does not equal straight up hard cold cash, bro. Yeah, V model crypto, I'm dead. Take a note at that, how similar the models are. And then Mika adds, I hope this goes without saying, but please don't harass the artist. They likely don't know and we're doing their job. And I definitely agree too. Don't blame the artist, right? Mousy probably was like, I want to design with this tail, with these colors, with this hair. And the artist probably had no idea. And then let's take a look at the comments. Here we have Takai stating, OMG, is she back with another drama? And Mika says, it never ends, huh? And Mimi says, isn't she Clover Milk? She's at least listed to be her if I'm right. And Mika says she used to be Clover Milk, but she sold the design and I currently own it with my friends. The friend being Ambi. Ria says, this person has so many models and OCs, I can't keep up. Mika says, I lost 2. Meowrin says, she's back back again. And Mika says 3 words I wish I didn't hear. And here's the big thing too, right? Admiral Umin writes, again, OMG, please stop. This person doesn't have to do anything else in their life. Basically, this person doesn't have anything else to do in their life. Mika says, I know, right? She could very easily do her own thing. She was posting content for a bit, but once again, she wants to start shit. This is what drives me insane. You can come back as a VTuber, do whatever you want. Why do you have to keep doing this? Like, genuinely, why do you always choose violence? Just come back with a different design. You have like 20 different designs you used to use in the past. Many of their past designs, again, have been resold to other people, no longer belong to Mousy, right? But you clearly have a knack for coming up with pretty designs. So why don't you just make another one? Like, why do you need this specific one? And I think for me, this just over and over goes to show I can't feel bad for Mousy because they just have a level of entitlement that like blows my mind. They feel so entitled to Clover that they went out of their way to make a basically copycat design of Clover. They felt so entitled to Gwei that they demanded for Gwei even before making the payments, and then gaslit Mari. And Mari the entire time was standing their ground being like, give me my toy house, give me my toy house. And you just refused to give it. Refused. Like, it's just a level of entitlement that, like, it makes me not be able to feel bad with you. Like, I'm trying to feel bad for Mousy, and I cannot. The entitlement is just too much. And, oh, this just absolutely sucks, man. I wonder if I'm blocked. I'm actually not blocked. Well, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised I have not been blocked. To conclude all of this, again, I feel so sorry for Mari. If they will allow me to, I will DM Mari again about this, but if they will allow me to, I will link Mari's Twitter down below if they let me. But again, I feel super bad for all of the people involved. I feel so bad for Mika, who co-owns Clover and is now once again, Mousy has reared their head and pulled up with a model that looks so similar. I also feel really bad for Ambi, Sleeping Ambi. This is literally their design. Mousy is trying to make a ripoff of it. Again, it is not that the new artist's fault. The new artist probably had no idea, so it's not their fault whatsoever. I feel so bad for Ambi. I feel so bad for Mari, any artist involved with Mousy. I almost never make part 2s, but the reason why I'm doing this is because they're back again. Oh my god. I just try like, okay, like I won't make a part 2. Let's see if they learn and become a better person. It's been 2 months. They're back again with the same behavior. Nothing changed. So anyways, what are your thoughts, guys? I hope that they can learn and be better and be a better person. But again, they're back at it again. So far they haven't learned, at least in my opinion. Our opinions are all different. I'm curious as to what your opinions are. But if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, 6 p.m. PST. Hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos. And we're almost at 100K.